Good morning, it's Imran. Welcome to DSS Online English class. Today I'm going to cover you third part of the videos of the rest parts of the chapter The Enemy. In last video you have read that how Sadao commented that if the man was not operated he would die. He added that even if he was operated upon the save he would die at the hands of the Japanese army. So either way he would die, and Hana cried with fear and asked Sadao not to save the man. She feared that if he lived, they would be in danger. Now you have read it. Now, next from here. Hana considered this doubtfully, and when she did not answer, Sadao turned away. At any rate, something must be done with him, he said, and first he must be washed. He went quickly out of the room, and Hana came behind him. She did not wish to be left alone with the white man. He was the first she had seen since she left America, and now he seemed to have nothing to do with those whom she had known there. Here he was her enemy, a Minak, living or dead. Minak is called Minak, means danger, threat here. So here Hana was considering over this possibility, and as he was taking time to reply, Sadao left. He said that something had to be done with the injured man, irrespective of the result. The first thing was to wash him. Now he said that here, firstly, we have to wash him. He went quickly. As he walked out of the room, Hana followed him. She did not want to remain at the room alone, because since she had left America, he was the first white man she had whom that she had met as they were her enemies. This injured man was also an enemy and was a threat to them. Next, she turned to the nursery and called, Yumi. Yumi is the servant who take care of the children. But the children heard her voice, and she had to go in for a moment and smile at them and play with the baby boy, now nearly 3 months old. Over the baby's soft back, here and motionless with her mouth, Yumi, come with me. I will put the baby to bed. Yumi replied. He is ready. He ready means now he is ready to sleep. She went with Yumi into the bedroom next to the nursery and stood with the boy in her arms, while Yumi spread the sleeping quilts on the floor and laid the baby between them. So here, when she turned to the nursery and she called Yumi, because she told Sadao, just now I am going to tell Yumi, she will fetch and she will wash the wound. Yumi replied that the boy was ready. Hana turned to the children's room and called out Yumi. As the children heard her voice, she went inside, smiled at them, and played with her 3 months old son. As he held the baby, who had short black hair, she motioned with her mouth to Yumi, asking to her came, and Yumi replied that Varsa replied, now he is ready. Means he is ready means now he is ready to sleep. Everything is being okay. So now the Yumi said that what is said that she must put to sleep before accompanying her. Hana held the baby and went to the bedroom next to the nursery with Yumi Yumi spread the sleeping quilts, Rajai, on the floor and let the baby between them. Now, next. Then Hana led the way quickly and softly to the kitchen. The two servants were frightened at what their master had just told them. The old gardener, who was also a house servant, pulled the few hairs on his upper lip. Hana here Hana led the way quickly. As they walked fast towards the kitchen, the two servants more in the kitchen were scared after hearing the master's word regarding. One of them was the old gardener, who was also a house servant. The gardener was also worked as a servant, was pondering over the news and pulling the hair from his upper lip. What? A white man? He was totally shocked. But what is that here? The master ought not to heal the wound of the white man, he said bluntly to Hana. The white man ought to die. First he was shot, then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks. If the master heals what the gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge on us. Here, bluntly means of, you can say here, bluntly means in a straight forward manner. Here the old gardener spoke straightly to Hana. He said that thou must not treat the injured white man, because he realized that the white man is their enemy. That's why Dr. Sadao should not treat the injured the man. But he reasoned that the man was destined to die. Firstly, he had been wounded a gun shot. Secondly, the rock of the sea wounded him further. If Sadao healed the wounds given by the gun and the sea, then the gun and the sea would treat them as enemies and seek revenge. The gun represents the Japanese army and sea represent the country of Japan. If they treated the enemy, they would be punished by Japan. Next. I will tell him from here. Hana replied courteously, but she herself was also frightened, although she was not superstitious as the old man was. This courteously. What do you mean by courteously? You can say politely. Politely. But she herself was also frightened, although she was not superstitious as the old man was. Could it ever be well to help an enemy? Nevertheless, she told Yumi to fetch the hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was. So here, Hana politely said to the gardener, courteously Miss Hana politely said to the gardener that she would pass his message to Sadao. She was frightened. Also, she was frightened, though not superstitious like the old man. She thought that helping an enemy could never be good for them. Still, she asked Yumi to get the hot water into the room where the injured man was kept, because now she was totally fearing. That's why she told Yumi that now Yumi should be brought hot water where the injured man was kept. Injured means white man. What means that's American. Next. She went ahead. She went ahead and slid back to the partitions. Sada was not yet there. Yumi, following, put down her wooden bucket. Then she went over to the white man, where she saw him, her thick lips folded themselves into stubbornness. I had never washed a white man, she said, and I will not wash so dirty a one now. Here, see that's here. In this paragraph, Hannah went inside first mode and the partition to the one side, so the white not there. Yumi followed her and kept the wooden bucket on the floor. As she saw the white man, her thick lips folded and the expression on her face indicated her determination. She said firmly that she had never was an American man. White means that you can say American. She never was. She said that she would never was so dirty man as like injured man. Now next, Hannah cried at her severely. You will do what your master commands you. Now she orders. Hannah reacted to Yumi's refusal. She shouted at her, and she was supposed to follow her master's orders. Now the Supi have to follow what I am telling you. Next, there was so fierce a look of resistance upon Yumi's round, dull face that Hannah felt unreasonably afraid after all. If the servants should report something that was not as it happened. Fires here, fires means dangerous. Resistance means you can say the refusal of accept or comply with something. Refusal you can say did not accept it. So in the line Yumi force resisted strongly. She said no, I cannot do because white man is their enemy and she cannot help. That's why Yumi resisted strongly here. Her dull face had a dangerous look at a protest. Look of protest which scared Hannah. She was worried that if she servants reported something different from that, what happened, they could land into the trouble. And also, Hannah afraid that if the servants went to report to the police for it what happened here, so that's now it will be a new trouble. They are afraid that कि अगर कुछ ऐसा ना हो कि कहीं जाके रिपोर्ट बाहर कर दें कि क्या यहाँ पे हो रहा है तो एक नई मुसीबत सामने आ जाए. Very well. Very well. She said that with the dignity. Dignity means respect. You understand. We only want to bring him his sense so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. Here, Hannah changed his expression to respect and said, okay, anyway, if you don't want, if you want to go, that's now you can go. So because she was mistress and that's why she did not accept her afraid and expression to respect and said, okay, very well. She explained to Yumi that they intend to bring the unconscious man into his sense and then they would hand him over as a prisoner. She wanted to convince her, यार don't worry about that. देखो जैसे ये होश में आ जाएगा इसको हैंड ओवर कर देंगे आर्मी को पुलिस को जैसे ही होश जाएगा. But at this time we have to treatment him, otherwise she will die. Next, I will have nothing to do with it, Yumi said. I am a poor person and it is not my business. So here in this can say Yumi, I will have means Yumi. Yumi said that she was not concerned about their plans. She added that she was a poor person and it was none of her business to know about देयर प्लान्स, व्हाट्स योर प्लान, व्हाट्स अ प्लान दैट्स या, ये ठीक होने के बाद उसको रिटर्न कर दिया जाएगा, हैंड ओवर कर दिया जाएगा. सो जस्ट नाउ यूमी बोले कि आपके प्लान से हमें कोई मतलब नहीं है. देन प्लीज हना, प्लीज हना said gently, return to your own work. And she requested, please you should, तुम्हें अपने काम पे वापस आ जाना चाहिए. यूमी at once Yumi left the room, but this left Hannah with the white man alone. She might have been too afraid. Stay had not to her anger to Yumi's stubbornness now sustained her. Sustained मतलब continue, लगातार, continue. Here Hannah said to Yumi that then she should return to her work. You should not abstinence, because it's our plan that if he will recover, he would be hand over to the army, to the police. So I think Yumi, you should return to your work. Yumi left the room at once. Hannah was again left alone with the white man, and just now she would have been afraid to remain there all alone, but her anger on Yumi's firm determination made her stay in the room. Now, stupid Yumi, she muttered fiercely. Is this anything but a man, and a wounded, helpless man? Here, Hannah said with anger that Yumi was a stupid person. She said that it was just an injured man. But in this conviction of her conviction means let us say that here conviction means firm belief. मजबूती से. Here the Supi have to reply, will Hannah help the wounded man and Wasim her side? So we will get answer in this here. So in the conviction of her own superiority, she went impulsively and untied the knotted rags. Impulsively means you can say here to do something suddenly without thinking. बिना सोचे समझे कुछ कर देना अचानक. And rugs, blanket blonde, light color, and kept the white man covered. When she had his breast bare, she dipped the small clean towel that Yumi had brought into the steaming hot water and washed his face carefully. The man's skin, though rough with exposure, was of a fine texture and must have been very blonde when he was a child. So, in this paragraph, it has been described that now Hannah was full of anger at the refusal because she was mistress of that. Firstly, she tried to convince Yumi, but Yumi again and again said there's no white man, white man is our enemy, so I cannot help. But here Hannah was full of anger that refusal by the maid. Yumi that without thinking, she opened the blankets in which the man was injured. His chest was bare. Breast means considers here chest bare. She dipped the small in the steaming hot water, सेकना, उसको सेकी गर्म पानी से, water and wash his face. The man's skin was rough due to being exposed to the sun, but it had a good texture and he must have been very fair as a child. Okay. Next. While she was thinking this thought, though not really liking the man better now that he was no longer a child, she kept on washing him until his upper body was quite clean. But she dared not turn him over. Where was Sadao? Now her anger was ebbing. Here, ebbing means decreasing gradually. Decreasing, धीरे धीरे डिक्रीज होते जाना जो उसका गुस्सा था. And she was anxious again, and she rose, whipping her. Rose, you can see, stood up, her hands on the wrong towel. Then, lest the man be chilled. Chill means cooled, freeze. Due to cold with her, the prisoner was totally chilled, totally freezed, you can say. She put her quilt over him. So here Hannah kept, means Hannah kept on cleaning man's upper body as she had these thoughts. She did not like the man as she was not a child anymore. She did not have the courage to turn him over the thought of Sadao. Her anger was decreasing and she started becoming restless. She stood up and wiped her hands with the wrong towel as she did not want the man to freeze due to cold with her. She put the quilt on him. Now, Sadao, she called softly. Softly means here, politely, slowly. He had been about to come in when she called. His hand had been on the door and now he opened it. She saw that he had brought his surgeon's emergency bag and that he wore his surgeon's coat. Now that Sadao had been on the door when she called him, he opened the door. Hana saw that Sadao was carrying his surgeon's emergency bag and was wearing his surgeon's coat. And Sadao was prepared to operate upon the injured man now that he had already decided that he had to operate him. Okay, you have decided to operate, she cried. Yes, he said shortly. He turned his back to her and unfolded sterilized. Sterilized means you can say disinfected. Here. He turned his back of her, unfolded sterilized towel upon the floor of Tokonoma alcove and put his instrument out upon it. Fish towel, he said. Here, up. Hana asked Sadao, okay, now you have to decide to operate him. You will operate him. Yeah. Sadao replied that, yeah, he had decided to operate him. And he turned his back to Hana as he did not want her to object to his decision. Sadao started his work. He opened a sterilized towel that you can see where जिसमें सारे हथियार या सारे इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑपरेशन के रखे रहते हैं जो ग्रीन कलर का सकते हो ग्रीन कलर का होता है ऑन द फ्लोर ऑफ द टोकोनोमा अल्को इज अ काइंड ऑफ क्लॉथ इट मीन्स लिटरली मीन्स यू कैन से फ्लोर और बेड नीचे ऑपरेशन हो रहा है या ऊपर प्लेस इज सर्जिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट जहाँ पे उसको रखा जाता है देन से दैट्स ओके फिश मीन्स bring fish towel, he said. She went obediently, but how anxious to the linen sheaves and took out the towel. There ought also to be old pieces of matting so that the blood would not ruin the fine floor covering. She went out to the back veranda where the gardener kept strips of matting with which to protect delicate shrubs on cold nights and took an armful of them. Here, Anna obeyed like when she was asked to bring towel. I like obedient. Sadao asked him. So Hannah obeyed him and went out to get towels. She was curious as Sadao was operating upon the injured man. She thought that the blood from his wounds could stain the fine mats which covered the floor of the room. So she got some rough mat from the backyards which were used by the gardener to cover the delicate shrubs from the cold with a armful of them. But when she went back into the room, She saw this was useless. The blood had already soaked through the packing in the man's wound and had ruined the mat under him. She thought that okay, now we have to cover the floor. That's why his blood stain did not stand, did not soak, but everything useless. Because by the time Hannah reached the room, she saw that blood had flowed through the bandage on the man's wound and stained the mat beneath him. And her report was futile, useless, worthless. Now she cried, "Oh, the mat!" she cried. "Yes, it is ruined," Sadhu replied, as though he did not care. "Help me to turn him," he commanded her. She obeyed him without a word, and he began to wash the man's back carefully. Yeah, on the stained mat, when she went there, she saw that Hannah cried that the mat had been spoiled. "Oh, the mat is spoiled." Sadhu said, "Yeah, it is ruined," in such manner which indicated that I think it doesn't matter. He was not bothered by it. Sadhu ordered Hannah to help him turn the man over. She obeyed him, and then Sadhu started washing his back. "Yumi would not wash him," she said. "Did you wash him then?" "Did you wash him then?" Sadhu asked, not stopping for a moment. His swift, concise movements. "Yes," she said. He did not seem to her, but she was used to his absorption when he was at work. She wondered for a moment if it mattered to him. What was the body upon which he worked so long as it was for the work? He did so excellently. Here, concise and short. Yumi would not wash him. Hannah said that यूमी कह रही कि नहीं, वह नहीं धोएगी दुश्मन को अपने. So in this line Hannah told Sadhu that Yumi would not wash the white man. Sadhu asked her that did she wash him? He did not stop cleaning him. He made first a small movement of his hands as he cleaned him carefully. Sadhu was engrossed in work and did not seem to hear Hannah. Hannah wondered that Sadhu was not bothered who the injured man was. He was only concerned in performing his work well. Okay, only for this enough for today. Next.